that we've known Jordan as a vitamin guy, and now you're going to be doing meat and dairy and you're doing and water,
produce, and pretty much a lot of everything down the line.
And it's like you're going to have a grocery store somewhere, and people are going to come get.
We're going to have, well, we call it a virtual farmers market. Now, I truly hope that people will come. In the meantime, our new program, Beyond Organic, on TBN is going to bring our farms and ranches to the people. So we're really going behind the scenes, so to speak, to show how the food is and should be made, and so people can understand where their food comes from.
My dad was going, well, wait a second, how do I get it? So that is why you go to the website. So right there on the website, for those in the studio, you can see a monitor here. BeyondOrganicUSA.com is Jordan's thing for food. I mean,
and we're building really a nationwide network. We're going to have Beyond Organic University. We're going to train up health coaches. We're going to have courses on unforgiveness. We've got great resources, but really we're asking people to become an army to go share this message. So if you're in a church in Louisiana, you can get Beyond Organic Foods. If you're in Wyoming, you can get Beyond Organic Foods.
But you have to go to the website.
You have to go to the website, get information. We really wanted to cut out all the middle people. The idea is farm to family, and eventually, Lord willing, we'll have these places of refuge, these Beyond Organic farms and ranches in every location. In the meantime, we're in the central U.S., we've got a property in Georgia, but we want to bring the message of sustainable, biblically based agriculture right to the people. And we want believers to lead the cause because God invented sustainable agriculture. You know, God invented this whole green movement before anyone even thought of it.
Right, yeah, right.
God created green.
Like the Garden of Eden.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, show me the picture of Jordan with a cowboy hat. Let's just do that.
So cute, Jordan.
Beyond Organic USA, and he'll get it in a second. That is Jordan Rubin's new thing with food, and there he is. See, I mean, an actual cowboy. Look, Texas. Hello.
Hey, that's the new look.
You've got
chocolate. And so basically, Jordan is in the food business, and he wants to get it to you, and he wants it to be the right kind of food so your gut doesn't make your brain screw up, that makes your body screw up, and you get sick. Okay, that's basically bottom line.
And the best part, Matt, is you brought like some of my team with me. We've got, you know, Dr. Erb, Dr. Hannen. We're all doing this together. This is not about me. This is really something that the people of God who have been given this mantle of biblical health. For a long time, we've been recommending people to go to this health food store, this grocery store, hoping that the source was right, hoping that the products were what we thought they were. I've been visiting farms and ranches. I chronicled it on Perfect Way to America. Oftentimes, I'd come back more disappointed than excited. I wouldn't recommend the foods anymore, but we as a team of people, thousands of doctors, believers, are now able to share this Beyond Organic message with all of our loved ones. And so this isn't about go online and look for food. This is about join our team at Beyond Organic so that believers can lead the way for good health. I met a pastor once in a book signing, and he said, "Hi, I'm a pastor." And I said, "Oh, from where?" And he turned to the side with his belly, kind of a big belly, and he said, "I'm a Baptist." If our denominations are being told by our waist size, I think that's pretty sad.
Wow.
Our churches are filled with meetings and events where we have junk food to try to get people to come to the early service. Junk food. We have, you know, Sundays and hot dogs and pizzas to get kids to come to youth group. We have bake sales with junk food. My son, my little almost 4-year-old son, had his first junk at a church event where he grabbed a muffin that somebody brought in. I thought it was a banana. I saw him from far away. That was his first taste of sugar, and it was at church. Sorry, Pastor Ben and Melissa, I had to spill the beans. I know you didn't bring it, but that's what happens today. We need to make changes.
Okay. So, if you want more information about Beyond Organic and what Jordan's doing with cows and yogurt and water, and go there. And now, Dr. Erb, let me go real quickly to your Maximize Living. And you see patients, of course, here in Dallas.
Yeah.
And then what else?
Well, Maximize Living is a group of doctors, hundreds and hundreds of doctors all over the world, especially here in the United States. They're just really committed to changing the way that healthcare is viewed and delivered globally. You know, since I my experience is I almost died. I didn't know these principles, which include, number one, maximize mind. Number two, a nervous system that is functioning right, the way God literally hardwired your body to function and heal. And then number three, nutrition. That's why Maximize Living is partnered with Beyond Organics to provide amazing nutrition.
Can you tell your story in a minute or less?
Yeah,
with the...
For sure. I was all district football, soccer, swim team. I was bulletproof. I never felt bad at all. And the first symptom or sign of a problem for me was I was in front of a cardiologist who'd just done a test of my heart and said I needed heart surgery. I probably wasn't going to make it at 23.
Wow.
And I wasn't going to do any of that. I'd rather die than have the surgery. And that's when I made the decision that wasn't going to be me. And I think that's some programming happened, and God sent somebody to me that loved me enough. He actually started taking x-rays. It was a chiropractor at the time, taking x-rays of my neck, and the whole time thinking, I don't have a neck problem or a back problem. I've got what? Got a heart problem. And so he talked to me about these essentials. He led me through this. He corrected my neck, which never hurt. I never knew I had a problem, ever. He corrected the issue, took the pressure off the nerves that went right to my heart, and literally in 18 months, doctors looked at me and said, listen, it looks like you had a heart transplant.
Wow.
Never taken drugs. I've never had surgery. And now I get to preach this on 3 continents. We've started a clinic in Zimbabwe, Africa, where after the next 4 clinics, we should be opening the first Maximized Living hospital, teaching the way to be in line with God's intentions so that your body heals, not just some of the time, not just most of the time, but 100% of the time.
Wow. Beautiful.
So, and for me personally, I get joy because I love to come to situations where we can provide encouragement, but I also want to encourage everybody here that this is not just a Dallas thing. It's like for me, this is the civil rights movement of health. And Martin Luther King in the 50s and 60s, there just became a legitimate discontent. And you know what? As a result of that discontent, it was time. It was time to do something different. And now people are sick, suffering, dying, and praying for an answer. And now it's not just a Dallas thing or a Canada or Puerto Rico. There's a Maximized Living doctor almost everywhere in the United States now. And all you got to do is just go to that website and find somebody.
For information on Maximized Living, it was up on, there it is, and which is maximizedliving.drherb.com and maximizedliving.com. Go to that website. Scott, your book, I know, is something that you care about, unlocking your body's potential to heal itself. Everyone's been impacted by what we've been hearing. Now it's time to do and go beyond that. Get Dr. Hannen's book. His website will be on the screen in a moment if it isn't already, at Hannen Health. You took care of my dad earlier today, adjustment, doing all sorts of stuff. Also, Laurie, you sent, I'll give you something that happened to me that Dr. Scott kind of helped me with. I was taking too many vitamins. You had given me some vitamins, and I was taking them, but I was taking some other stuff that I didn't even know it was vitamins. It was, what was it? Like minerals. But I didn't read the thing, and it was a bunch of vitamins. So I was taking too many vitamins. And when I went and got a blood test, I had high liver enzymes. And, the doctor came in and said, hey, are you drinking too much? And all that kind of, which I think can give you that signal. And what we figured out is I was taking too many vitamins. You gave me some little drops that I put in water that did a liver cleanse.
Yeah.
And so that's what Dr. Hannen does. So for information on things like that and his book and all that, the information is on the screen. It is simply www.hannenhealth.com. You're also a part of Beyond Organic.
Absolutely.
With Jordan Rubin.
Yeah, and I do want to say, I just think you have to understand, I live in a rural area, and I've been preaching organic foods for over 20 years. Jordan's taken it a step beyond. But I want to say this, even as well as I believe in it, you can't get it where I live. I mean, it's just a fact of life.
You can't get
organic food. You can't buy organic food. We just don't have it. And, this man went to painstaking preparation where now I can have it delivered to my door. And it just excites me. So I'm glad to be a part of it. Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you.
And, Carolyn, your books, one of them is Who Switched Off My Brain? All the information. This is over 200,000 copies in print. And other books, Dr. Carolyn Leaf, and her website is just very simple, www.drleaf.net. And for information about, obviously, the brain and how it works and the black and the green trees and getting all that figured out. And I want to say thank you to everybody, because this was an amazing thing. And Anointed, please jump up there, and we got to get Stephen Datra. We're going to see Stephen Datra next month, well, just in a few days.
Next week?
In Chicago. For those watching, next couple of weeks, I think on August 6th. August 6th.
Night of Hope, Chicago.
Laurie and I are going to be at White Sox Stadium with Joel and Victoria Osteen. TBN is going to be covering, it's Saturday night, so whatever that is, the Praise the Lord program next Friday night will come from the center of White Sox Stadium there in Chicago. Wow. That's cool. We did New York Yankees Stadium 2 years ago. Last year we did Dodger Stadium, and now Chicago White Sox Stadium. And we'll be there with Joel and Victoria Osteen. I mentioned them because Steve and Deidre are their worship leaders right there in that little, tiny little church down there. They struggle down in Houston, Texas, I think ministering to 50 or 60,000 people on a weekend. What an amazing ministry that Joel is raised up to, and standing on the foundation of his sweet parents, the Osteens, for many, many years. And anyway, we, Laurie and Matthew, thank you for tuning in. We hope that this night will get your brain kind of doing the right thing, but you can't just do the brain. You've got to do the right food. You've got to get all that doing right. And we're carrying on a tradition of my sweet little mom and daddy, who was with us earlier in the program, and my pink-haired mama who lives right there in Orlando, Florida. Yeah. And we send our love to her. Thank you, everyone, for being. Jordan, thank you. And Steve and Deidre, you guys ready to sing? I can't see you over there. You ready to go for it? This is Steve and Deidre, Anointed. We'll see you next time. God bless you. Thank you for being with us.